Hello you guys. For today's video, I'm going to be going over things that I wish I would have known before starting YouTube. Really quickly, you notice something different, right? So I'm going to start doing my YouTube videos and my cosplays. That should be fun, right? I'll explain a little bit more towards the end of the video. So here are things that I wish I would have known before starting YouTube. The first thing I wish I would have known about is audience retention. I wish I would have known that the viewers do get bored throughout your videos and you have to keep them engaged. I admit, when I first did gaming videos, I wouldn't talk much in the commentary. It might be 5 minutes before I say something each turn, and I was wondering why the viewers weren't sticking around. But I should have asked myself, would I want to watch a 30-minute let's play with hardly to no commentary? Probably not. So if I wouldn't want to watch that, then that should have told me the viewer does not want to watch that. The next thing is gaming is about personality. In case you guys, I'm going over my notes. So I wish I would have known that having a gaming channel is all about personality. That doesn't matter how great you are at the game. If you got the personality of a brick, they will not be interested. And that goes back to what I told you at the first advice, is that I would have little to no commentary at all. And that could have been why I was not growing my channel. That I didn't realize that you have to ask yourself, are you different from the hundreds of gaming channels, thousands of gaming channels on YouTube? Before then, I didn't really have anything that stood out, but now I can say, I do best moments videos, I do funny edits, because I know how hard it is to grow a gaming channel only doing let's plays. I kind of mix things up a bit, considering how hard it is to grow on let's plays. The next thing is gaming is a competitive niche. Now, when I was on the second trial, when I was gaming vlogs and tutorials back in 2016 going into 17, I was struggling to pull views on my videos, struggling to grow, and I kept asking myself why. And it should have occurred to me that gaming is very competitive. There are hundreds, thousands of people playing the same game as you. You have to ask yourself, how do you stand out from those other gaming channels out there? If I couldn't answer that question, then that was my problem. When you are in a competitive niche, sometimes only doing one topic will not work for you, especially if you have thousands of other channels covering that topic. So if you only do indie games, for instance, there are hundreds of other channels who cover indie games. How are you different? But if you mix things up and somebody says, okay, how are you different from the other indie game channels? You can say, well, I count down my favoriteest indie games, my least favoriteest indie games, indie games coming out in 2020. I do theories, and also I explore other games. They may not be an indie game, but games that I feel have the same theme. Like, okay, I see. The next thing that I wish I would have known about YouTube is you need to stand out from the crowd. I am probably going to say this in most, if not all, videos like these, but YouTube is about standing out from the crowd. And had I known that, then I could have took time to think, what can I put in my videos that makes me different from the other gaming YouTubers or tech YouTubers or vloggers. So that's kind of the reasons why I quit vlogging, because I didn't have money to go somewhere fun like the water park or traveling, and all you ever saw me vlog were trips to the grocery store, trips to the dollar store. You guys will get bored seeing that, versus another vlogger who vlogs going to the water park, like their trip to the water park, or who can travel and who can vlog doing fun activities with their friends, vlog their day at the beach. Who would you subscribe to? Someone who only vlogs going to the grocery store, or someone who vlogs going to the beach and other activities? So I had no way of standing out from other vloggers. So that's when I decided that, maybe this niche isn't for me. And the same with tutorials. Unless, let's say for instance, I do a GIMP tutorial with the 2020 version, then I won't stand out from other tech YouTubers. So that's why I narrowed down to gaming, because at least I can add something different in my gameplay videos. I can do best moments videos, or I can do funny hacks. I don't know. One thing I wish I would known about promotion. Now I would wonder why no one watched my video, because I didn't promote it. You can't expect to only use one social platform. You can't only expect to promote on your social medias. You need to sign up for forums like Reddit. And there's a site for small YouTubers called Trending. There's ShareE. There are hundreds of forums that you can sign up for to promote your videos. That's like opening up a store, only telling your friends about it and wondering why you're not getting 100 customers a day. So if you want your videos to get noticed, you got to promote them. You can't just post them and expect YouTube to be like, hey you guys, Sam posted this video. Like, you have to promote the video, give it that steam, and then YouTube will recommend it to other people. But YouTube needs that steam in order to push it out to people. I wish I would have known that. The next thing is thumbnails. I admit I suck at thumbnails. If I got $1 every time somebody gave me feedback and one of their criticisms was thumbnails, I'd probably have well over $1 million. Sometimes I didn't put a thumbnail at all in my videos on my channel. This was not this channel, but previous channels that I would just use a shot from the video. You know, when YouTube uploads the video and there's this random still shot, like I would use that. At least I could have done was added some text. So let's say I'm playing, let's say The Walking Dead by Telltale. I can take the frame and add Walking Dead episode 1 part whatever. At least add some text to make the video, to make the thumbnail somewhat decent. And I admit that on my previous channel the thumbnails did suck. Or better yet, I could have used a different font. I could have edited the text a little bit better to bring it out. Thumbnails are what's going to make people click on your video. It's like picking up a book. The cover is what reels you in. Like, look at this journal. Like, before I added the stickers on it, of course. You'll pick up this journal and you want it because it has a decent cover. If it was just a plain, boring cover, would you want to pick up this journal? Probably not. And I should have thought of my videos the same way. Audio. Now, this should have been a no-brainer, but when I joined YouTube, I was dumb and knew literally nothing. I should have known that audio is one of the most important things in your videos. I didn't have the money to buy a microphone at the time. Before I won my Blue Snowball in the giveaway, I had no money to buy a microphone, and I had to use the mic built in my laptop. And you could barely hear me. Hardly hear me. The viewers can excuse bad lighting. They can excuse bad video quality, picture quality. They can brush that off, but they can't brush off bad audio. They have to make out what you're trying to say, turn up their speakers just to hear you. They're most likely going to close the video. And I noticed whenever I played games, the game's sound will be louder than me. So that's why from here on out, whenever I make gameplay videos, I make the games sound lower because I don't want it to overpower me and you can't hear me. And hearing me is more important. especially if I'm using a recorder that takes the game and my voice simultaneously, and I don't have the option to split the audio or take my voice separately. If I knew I didn't have a good mic on my laptop, I should have used my phone to take my voice until I won the Blue Snowball. But sometimes when you're broke and don't have a lot of money for your YouTube channel, it can be difficult. The next thing I want to say is YouTube's copyright. YouTube has a copyright detector. Now, I never used copyrighted material in my videos, not intentionally, but I did play games that had copyrighted music. But because I didn't know about YouTube's little system, it didn't occur to me to either talk over the music or edit out the portions with the music, or mute the music and then add something from YouTube's audio library or no copyright sounds. And I will get claim after claim after claim after claim. I'm talking about YouTube's automated system, not a human filing a claim against your video. So just remember, there is YouTube's automated system, and a human can actually watch the video and file a copyright claim to where they can claim the revenue in your videos. So you want to use the latest Taylor Swift song? Guess what? You can't, because you need her permission. If you don't have her permission, YouTube can take your video down. It could get blocked to where nobody can see it. And here's the worst part. When your channel eventually does grow and meet the monetization requirements, you can't monetize it. As much as it'll be fun using your favorite song from your favorite singer, you can't, because YouTube will not allow you. You're better off using music from Epidemic Sounds or any other music site where you have to purchase a subscription. Overall, YouTube is not a get-rich scheme. Although I did join YouTube, this was around a time where they had no requirements to monetize, because I was struggling to find a job, and I thought, you know, I can take this time to build my channel, study marketing and everything else I need to eventually get to that point. Which I have to remember, you need 1,000 views for $1. So if I wanted to make enough money to be able to buy my own food, buy my own clothes, I probably have to make, maybe I would need hundreds and thousands of views. As much as you guys want to be able to monetize your channel, do YouTube full time and quit your job, you can't rely on AdSense to do that. If you want to reach that goal sooner, you're better off with affiliate marketing, sponsorships, selling merch, offering a product or service. You'll achieve that goal much faster with the other things I listed than you will with AdSense. So I wish I would have known that AdSense is by the views rather than how many people watch. And they have to watch a good chunk of the ad. They skip the ad, or they use an ad blocker, you won't get zilch. There are a lot of things I wish I would have known about YouTube, but the point is, that's why you have YouTube experts, because nobody knows everything. Now that that's out of the way, I'm going to explain my little hobby. I decided to get into cosplay because it looks pretty fun. And you will see me wearing my cosplays in my videos. But just bear in mind, it's going to take me time to build it. And you will see photos on my social medias. So look out for that. If this video helps you out, make sure you subscribe. Turn on the bell icon. Share this video with a friend, because there are some things that they're going to want to know before they start YouTube. If you have a friend that wants to start a channel, make sure that they know these things, that they need to find a way to stick out. They need to have something unique about their channel. Don't use copyrighted music. So I'll be seeing you guys in the next video.